threw it on me. My dress, makeup, hairstyle, everything was ruined. I wasn't going to back down. I kicked her, making her fall on her butt. She pulled me to the ground with her, and as we pulled each other's hair and screamed, I suddenly looked up. The entire school was watching us fight in shock, including Mandy and Eric. Crazy sisters. They're fighting like animals. They got no class, but I'm enjoying this. Come on, punch her harder. And for the first time, I felt really ashamed of how we brought out the worst in each other. Mom was called to the school, and when we got home, she kept telling us how we were just like Dad. And that was the point that I lost it. Yeah, because we grew up with some really awesome role models. Oh, shut up, Cora. You don't need to blame Mom and Dad for being a spiteful witch. I hate you for setting up Eric with Mandy. Actually, I just hate everything about you. Always have, always will. A few days later, Anna moved in with Dad, and I was so relieved. When I was done with high school, I got enrolled in the medical university. Once I started there, I cut all connections with Anna and never heard from her. After I graduated and started practicing, Dad took me out for dinner once and told me what Anna was up to. She asked for a loan for some stupid nail salon business. She dropped out of university for that. There's no way I'm giving her the money. At least she was doing something now. I just hoped whatever it was worked out for her. One day, I was walking back to my apartment when all of a sudden someone grabbed my purse. But before the guy could run away, another guy came and knocked him down to the ground. When he returned the purse, I was shocked. It was Eric. Wow, small world. Yeah. Wanna grab coffee? I always wanted to take you out. I don't know what your deal is, Eric. You were my sister's boyfriend and then dated my best friend for a couple of weeks. So, just telling you, I don't go out with players. Saying that, I walked away. Once at home, I called Mandy and told her about how I had bumped into Eric, and he asked me out. She screamed from the other end, telling me the guy had always been head over heels for me. Girl, he is really into you. The whole time he was with me, he only talked about you. You know what? I'm giving your number to him. Go out, just once. For me, since Mandy was so persistent, I tried to give this a chance and accepted Eric's offer. I wasn't expecting it, but we kind of really hit it off. After that day, we both met often, and over time, I kind of fell in love with him. And one day, we were on a beach, and suddenly Eric got on his knees and proposed. And I said yes. Once we decided the wedding date, I knew I had to tell Mom and Dad about it and introduce Eric to everyone. So I invited everyone to a Christmas dinner, even Anna, after Mom and Dad asked me to. I was dreading it because it was going to be so awkward. And it certainly was. Dad was with his wife and Mom was with her new boyfriend, while Anna was alone. Even my friend Mandy was there. She was going to be my maid of honor. While we were eating, Dad suddenly started bragging about how I had become a doctor, and Anna was working at a nail salon. Dad, I don't work there. I own it. I also make nail art videos on TikTok. It's viral.
Whatever. It isn't as important as being a doctor. Look at the life she's made for herself. If only you were even an ounce like her.
What Anna does is good too, whatever it is. Mom, Dad, you both are impossible. And Cora, you are such a show-off. You invited us all to show off your new house and your fiancé, who is my leftover, by the way. Pathetic. What? I invited you because I wanted to make you my bridesmaid, but you don't deserve it. And Eric was with you a long, long time ago. So just get over it. Remember, he dumped you? After that, Anna glared at me and all of a sudden threw the soup in my face. My eyes burned. I wiped my face and then ran after her outside. I would have slapped her hard if Dad hadn't pulled me back. For the first time ever, Mom and Dad stood between us and tried to stop the fight instead of just yelling.
Girls, stop this at once.
Anna, how can you do this to your sister after how much she helped you? Huh? What do you mean?
Anna, it was Cora who gave you the money for the nail salon, not me. She told me not to tell you.
She looked shocked for a minute, and then she turned angrily to me. Why? You helped me just to shove it in my face, huh? Anna, you are impossible. The party is over. After everyone was gone, I felt so sad thinking about the hate Anna had for me. I knew we were this way from the start, all thanks to our parents, but after school, both of us hadn't tried to make things better. On the day of the wedding, I really wished my family was complete and Anna was there. Right when it was time for me to walk down the aisle, someone barged in. It was Anna, dressed in the pink bridesmaid's dress with tears in her eyes. I'm not good at this, Cora. I wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. I was a bully. I had so much anger bottled up and I took it out on you. Please forgive me. Anna, you came, and that's all that matters now. Yeah, I couldn't miss this. Let me say this, Cora. I can't promise to be nice to you all the time, because that's just not how our relationship works. But I swear, I will try my best to make it up to you for the rest of my life. And to prove it, I want to apologize to Mandy too. It was unbelievable to see Anna say sorry to Mandy. The two of them hugged. And when I learned that Anna had visited Mandy's place to talk, I was happy. My sister was trying to change herself. I am sorry, Anna. I'm sorry too. Let's get you married.
Send me to a normal one. Why spend money on a fancy school when you don't even care? You want to waste your time drawing? Fine by us. I felt bad for letting them down, but I was relieved I was going to an easier school now. On the first day at recess, I just sat down at an empty table when suddenly someone grabbed my arm. I looked up to see a girl with purple hair. Get up, punk. This table's mine. Maybe we can share it. Can't you see? There just isn't enough space for my friends. You're sitting in Luna's spot. Who's Luna and where is she? She's standing right next to you, dummy. I couldn't see anyone next to me. Was she crazy? I left the table, and as I was walking away, I saw her take out a chocolate bar and start eating it with a knife and fork while she talked to her imaginary friends. Just then, I heard someone call my name, and I turned to see Darren. He was Dad's best friend's son, and I had no idea he was at the same school. I joined him at his table and asked him about the purple-haired girl. Ella? She is trouble. Apparently, she's been to juvie twice. I don't even know why she comes to school. She's never been to class. Such a weirdo. Just stay away from her. Darren and I were in different classes, but we started hanging out whenever we could, and I was really glad to have a friend here. A few days later, I was sitting out on the bleachers and drawing when suddenly I heard Ella screaming in a megaphone at the football team. You guys suck. My grandma can play better than you, and she's dead. Why don't you let me play with you, huh? Oh, do I scare you, you little scaredy cats? Afraid to get beaten by a girl? Shut up, Ella. Unless you want to be a cheerleader, just buzz off. All the boys laughed and went back to practice. Suddenly, Ella dashed onto the field, grabbed the ball, and ran away. The whole team started shouting and running after her. One boy caught up to her and pushed her to the ground, and I jumped up as the two struggled over the ball. Hey, knock it off! Don't hurt her! I pulled the boy away and helped her up. Knees. He was about to attack her when the coach arrived on the scene and the boys left grumbling. I could have handled that myself. Oh, I'm sure you're a superhero who could have fought 10 boys alone. Or were your imaginary friends gonna help you? She looked at me and suddenly burst out laughing. I have 3 stupid foster brothers, so I know how to deal with boys. Also, I don't have imaginary friends. People think I'm weird, so I act weird. She sat down on the bleachers and suddenly noticed my sketchbook. You drew this? Yeah, drawing's the only thing I love. I hate attending classes. Me too. How about you don't go to class and we'll draw each other? I gave her a paper and some pencils, and we sat there drawing for a while, our shoes touching. As I looked at her closely, I realized she was actually beautiful. When we exchanged our sketches, I burst out laughing. She just made a stick figure. Yeah, I lied. I can't draw. But wow, Nicole, you're amazing. I love it. I was so happy to hear that. But just then the bell rang and I had to go. We agreed to meet at the same spot the next day. As I was walking down the hallway, Darren caught up with me. Hey, what are you doing with Ella? I told you, she's bad news. I don't think she is, Darren. Maybe you shouldn't believe everything people say. Listen, I'm just looking out for you because you're my friend. Don't hang out with her, okay? He was starting to annoy me a little. If I wanted to hang out with Ella, I was gonna. So I kept coming up with excuses to ditch him and see Ella after school. And
Each day with her was an adventure. She showed me the best viewpoint of the city, and we went swimming in a gorgeous lake. We also had some of the fanciest free food in town because Ella was friends with the chef. One afternoon, Ella took me to some house and told me to hide in the bushes. Then she took off her backpack, which was full of rocks, and started hurling them at the windows. Oh my God, what are you doing? That's my last foster mom's house, and she's horrible. You gonna help me or not? Without another thought, I started picking up rocks and throwing them too. Just then, someone spotted us and started yelling. I grabbed Nicole's arm. Time to run! We ran like crazy till we left the house far behind, and we collapsed on the ground laughing. We lay on the grass for hours, and Ella told me about all the foster homes she'd been in. My current foster parents aren't great either. They hardly do anything for me. If I need new clothes, I have to shoplift them. It's why I've been to juvie twice now. Wow, that sounds tough. It's okay. I'll be out of here someday, and I'll do something amazing with my life. But for now, I'm really glad I found a friend. She pressed my hand gently, and I felt all warm inside. Later that night when I got home, I almost screamed to find Darren in my room. Jeez, you scared me. Why are you here?
Why were you not here? You've been hanging out with that weirdo, haven't you?
Darren, it's none of your business.
Don't be mad at me. You know I only care.
Yeah, so I'm fine, right? Happy? Now please, go away. I practically pushed him out of my window. This boy was getting on my nerves. And the next day when I met Ella outside of school, Darren appeared out of nowhere and said he was coming along.
Nicole, why did you bring this extra package with you?
I didn't.
I don't want her to be alone with you, weirdo.
Are you her watchdog? You sure smell like one.
I'm her boyfriend. Nicole, I've been looking for the right time to say this. I know you like me too.
And with that, he suddenly kissed me. I instantly pushed him away. Are you crazy? Why would you think you're my boyfriend? Just stay away from me, loser. We were walking off when suddenly he grabbed my hand, and then Ella punched him in the face. We left him crying in pain on the ground. I didn't know what Ella had in store that day, but soon I realized where we were. Isn't this Principal Trent's house? Yeah, girl. Now tell me, how much do you hate him? A lot. Everybody does. But what are you planning to do, Ella? I thought we could